Before I was a dermatologist and had access to basically every premium skincare product that I could ever want or need, I was a teenager with moderate acne and no idea how to take care of my skin. I think my skincare routine was pretty bad, but that's looking at it through my dermatologist eyes now, which I mean should be pretty accurate, right? But I'm gonna go to Walmart today where I used to get all of the stuff I used for my skin in the past. I'm gonna rebuy my teenage skincare routine and try it out, maybe just for a little nostalgia, but also to see, is it as bad as I think it was? And we're gonna try it. So come with me to Walmart, we'll go shopping, and then we're gonna do my teenage skincare routine. So I'm walking into Walmart to go find and buy the skincare routine that I used as a teenager. We're talking Saint Ives, Sea Breeze. Did I use sunscreen back then? Absolutely not. And I'm gonna see if it's as bad as I think it is now, or if I wasn't being as mean to my skin as I thought. So we're gonna find these products, anything that they still make that I can get, and we're gonna try them. So the first step in my routine is going to be an apricot scrub. And what I'm seeing here is, of course, Saint Ives, but we didn't buy brand name Saint Ives when I was growing up. We used the Equate brand, the Walmart brand. So this is the Apricot Scrub Facial Cleanser Invigorating Cleanse. And I'm sure the formula has changed slightly since the time that I was in high school and I was using this, but we're gonna start with washing my face with an off-brand apricot scrub. It should be a sign that all of the products that I used to use are on the bottom shelf. So the next thing is that I'm gonna grit the Sea Breeze Astringent. And again, instead of Sea Breeze, we're doing the Walmart brand, the Equate brand, because we generally bought the generic brand. So compared to Sea Breeze Sensitive Skin Astringent, ingredients here: water, denatured alcohol, glycerin, eucalyptus, camphor, not something I want to put on my skin very bad, clove leaf, oil, fragrance, benzoic acid, and blue number 1. I've got cotton balls at home because that's how I used to put this stuff on. So I've got my cleanser that I think is going to tear my skin up, and then I've got an astringent with denatured alcohol, and we're going to see if this is bad. The next one's actually on the top shelf, and that is a Clearasil Rapid Rescue Spot Treatment. This is one that I do remember having the brand name of, is Clearasil. This is a 10% benzoyl peroxide acne spot treatment, and I was generally putting this over my entire face because I had kind of moderate acne. I'd get quite a few acne pimples. Sometimes we would have the Equate brand, but I'm gonna splurge on this one at $7.98 and get the brand name Clearasil because I do remember using that as a teenager. As I mentioned, I did not use sunscreen when I was a kid, and the last thing I'm going to grab is a moisturizer. And I did not use a moisturizer often, and it showed. My skin was so dry, often visibly flaking, to the point, like one time a college roommate told me, you got to start doing something with your dry skin. And then I actually did start using a moisturizer more regularly, but I'm gonna grab the Equate brand of Noxzema. So this is a skin cream with eucalyptus oil, not very expensive. Again, Equate brand moisturizer comes in a big jar like this. And that is pretty much my skincare routine. So I'll show you guys everything that I got, and then we're gonna go home and I'm gonna use it and see if it's as bad as my dermatologist brain thinks it is now, or if maybe I wasn't as harsh to my skin as I think I was. Real quick, I'm just leaving the skincare aisle, and so of course now I'm passing all the Cetaphil products, all the CeraVe products. Now Cetaphil was around when I was a teenager, but CeraVe didn't start getting made until 2005. And so this wasn't even available, and now they're probably the biggest dermatologist recommended brand. And that would have been so much better for my skin, I think. I know. Cetaphil would have been way better also, but we just didn't buy that. I didn't know. I didn't have any of the skincare education that so many teenagers have now. But I've got my products. Let's get out of here. Let's go home and give these a try. I have to say that I'm a bit nervous to go home and try these I'm real happy with how my skin is doing right now, and this could not be good for my skin barrier. Back home, I've got all the products, and we're gonna start with washing my face with the off-brand apricot scrub. Now this is my nighttime skincare routine because I did not do a morning skincare routine when I was a teenager, certainly no sunscreen, as I've mentioned. So we're gonna start with some apricot scrub. All right, there we go. Oh, it feels gritty on the face. There we go. Let's rinse that off. Step one is done, and actually not too bad. But this is just using it one time rather than every single day like I used to do for years. But my skin feels pretty smooth. It does not feel dry and tight. So far, we're doing okay. But next, we're coming in with the astringent. Again, denatured alcohol in here. Off-brand, not even name brand Sea Breeze. And I would put this on a cotton ball and then wipe the face with it. Oh, that smell of alcohol. Added fragrance in here, and the alcohol, they're trying to mask that, and it just feels harsh. My goal was to dry out my acne as much as possible, and I thought that that was somehow going to help. I had no concept of the skin barrier and how important that was in treating acne. I didn't have a beard back then, but we're trying to get it through there as much as we can. Now we'll let that dry. Might as well pop a pimple like I would do back then. No, just kidding, I'm not gonna pop it. Now that the Sea Breeze is drying on my face, I'm definitely starting to get more of that dry, tight feeling and the cooling effect of the camphor that's in here. Camphor and clove, eucalyptus, I can smell it, I can feel it. It's like, almost like putting Vicks Vapor Rub on your face, that cooling feeling. And I think that I thought that was doing something good for my skin because you could feel it, but it's not necessarily good for your skin. The next thing that I would do, I usually had a fair amount of acne around my mouth and nose and sometimes my cheek and forehead too, is come in with a 10% benzoyl peroxide. Now this is Clearasil brand. We often use this in my house growing up. Sometimes it was the Equate brand, but I went and got that. So we're gonna take a pea-sized amount and we're gonna treat the whole face because I had acne everywhere. I never saw a dermatologist when I was growing up. And this stuff doesn't even like rub in very well. I'm seeing like white streaks all over my face. The benzoyl peroxide bleached my pillowcases, lots of my shirts, and I'm feeling a really cooling effect on the skin and really dry already. Now, most of the time that would be the end of my skincare routine, but every once in a while I would grab the moisturizer. And as you guys saw, I picked out the Equate brand equivalent of Noxzema. We've got that in there. The smell, like, not a good smell. Water, stearic acid, linseed oil, glycerin. So we've got something that might moisturize the skin. Propylene glycol, that can definitely lead to allergic reactions in some people. Propylene glycol is an irritant or an allergen. We've got fragrance, gelatin, more camphor, a little bit of phenol. Phenol at high concentrations we use in chemical peels, the most aggressive chemical peels that we do in dermatology is a phenol peel. Calcium chloride, magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, very alkaline. I just can't imagine this is gonna be good for my skin. I mean, it's not, the consistency of it is not even like any moisturizer that I use nowadays. I don't know why, but the smell of this is reminding me of the cadaver lab in college and med school. I know there's no like formaldehyde in here, but it almost smells like it. That rounds out the skincare routine. My skin feels tight. I don't feel moisturized from this knockoff Noxzema. It has so much fragrance to it. I mean, the added fragrance, the camphor, the phenol, you can smell all of it. And I did not enjoy this. And I can't believe that I used it almost every day when I was growing up. all the way through high school, and that's primarily what I went and bought when I was on my own in college. So it's no wonder that I literally had flakes of skin all over my face, like sandpaper, to where my college roommate told me, dude, you gotta do something about your dry skin. And then I started using at least some type of lotion, whatever, probably just stole from my roommate. So that is my teenage skincare routine. I do not recommend it. It's amazing that I still have a skin barrier after doing that for years. So let me know what you guys think. What kind of products did you use when you were back in high school? What did you do to your skin? And do you ever revisit it? When I go back home, my parents still have the apricot scrub, and I will use it a couple times a year when I go visit my parents. And there's something nostalgic about it, something enjoyable, and I don't think it's bad to do, you know, occasionally. It does give you a little bit of gentle mechanical exfoliation as long as you're not scrubbing really hard with your skin. I am not going to be linking these products down in the video description because I don't want you to go buy them and use them consistently. I will have instead a much more modern and kinder skincare routine for you guys to choose from. And this is going to be primarily some Neutrogena products through the Air Skin Store, where if you purchase them, you sign up for a free account on the Air Skin Store, you get lifetime discounts. So not only your first purchase, but anytime you go back to repurchase those products, they will be at a discount. So cheaper than you can find them anywhere else. Let me know what you guys think about this video and share it with somebody else for a little bit of that teenage nostalgia in your skincare routine. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I've got to wash this off immediately and do something nicer to my skin.